Good morning to all you Force believers and Sith sneezers. It is I, Jules, here with Ewan once more on the Comics channel to deliver you some hot, fresh facts packaged in joy. And also, watch out, there's a new jingle incoming!
Looks like there's news a-brewing. Guess it's time for Jules and Ewan.
Yes, mate!
Yes, that's right, it's my gimmick to make the news fun again. Now, Ewan, you do the hard work and tell us what the flip is happening today.
So yeah, Star Wars.
I
People
love
like
Star Wars. Yes, all the Jum and the Jar Jars.
You know what people also like? They also like comics, hence why we've got so many wonderful people tuning in right now for the news about a new Last Jedi tie-in comic.
Cool, yeah, so this is basically going to star Luke and Leia,
Yep.
and it's going to be set. We were trying to discuss this earlier.
The press release didn't mention specifically when during the original trilogy.
But you noticed that he had his blue
lightsaber.
lightsaber.
So it's before Episode 6. And my idea in my head is that they've mostly been exploring the gap between Episodes 4 and 5 recently.
Yep.
I've not been keeping up with the main Star Wars comic. I've only been reading the few spin-off series.
Okay.
But I don't know if they've actually found that base yet in the comics. This could be
them looking for the base then.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Do we know much about the sort of plot details apart from that, or is it just that it's been announced?
It's just that it's been announced,
Okay.
and it's going to have Ben Blacker and Ben Acker who will be writing.
The Bens!
The Bens.
We like Bens
Yeah,
here.
they're actually called the Bens in the press release.
Oh,
which
brilliant.
Is quite sweet.
Fantastic.
And then it's got art by Mike Mayhew, who did some really, really cool issues on the main Star Wars comic.
Fantastic.
Involving Kenobi during the period between Episodes 3 and 4.
I've always liked, and I especially like the cover for this one, this kind of like weird art Renaissance, like Art Nouveau style they've gone for, where everyone looks kind of very beautiful and if that's the style of the comic, I will be hugely
the comics
impressed
are
by it.
brilliant. I love what Marvel have been doing with this expanded universe, and they've really been making it their own. But yeah, this will be looking at Crait.
That's where The Last Jedi is going to...
part of it, yeah.
Part of it, yes. That's where Luke is now, isn't it? And he's doing his whole...
No, that's the different place. Crait is going to be like a new kind of battle-type place. That's
Right, okay. Sorry, no. I get my plans confused.
Not the Irish island that Luke is currently hiding.
Yes.
At, yeah.
So patiently waiting for him to just like... In there, go on, pop it in my hand. Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's hopefully going to explore some more things about Crait. The weird thing is that they've announced this tie-in, but it's actually going to be releasing after The Last Jedi comes out.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense because they kind of wait for The Last Jedi to drop, wow fans with its hopefully spectacular storyline, and then just sort of flesh out the bits around it. I always find that when you get films that have so many supplements adding into it upon its release or coming up to its release, I always find that if you don't buy into all that stuff,
it's a bit confusing.
then are you going to get the most out of that story?
Package,
and I think that this is better that they're going, no, this is the big story and here is the supplement.
And again, it's not even that intrusive on the main thing. Like a few years back when they kicked off the whole Marvel thing, Greg Rucka did a thing called Shattered Empire, which was set right after the end of Episode 6 and kind of looked at what Luke was doing just after that period. And you meet Poe's parents during that whole era.
Oh,
and
cool.
Yeah, no, so the way that Marvel are thinking of doing this, I think, is really well, because they're not just kind of putting it right in this new era. They're they're exploring the little intricacies that Lucasfilm are doing with the new film. So yeah, I think that's quite interesting.
Excellent. We're pretty excited for that then. Do we have any release date other than the fact that it's just coming out after?
December 27th.
December the 27th. So put that down in your...
A week after Last Jedi comes out.
Can I think of any more Force jokes before I tie this news piece up?
I was going to offer one, but then I...
Go for it?
No, because I can't think of anything.
There is a joke, but it's not my joke. I read it in the news chat before I came in here that his name should be Padawan.
Oh.
Padawan.
Scott, this is what you've done.
This is what you've done, Scott, to us. Thank you for that. I really needed that. Anyway, that has been the news. We hope you've enjoyed it. And if not, go f*** yourself.